Welcome to this lecture on matrix decomposition techniques, which are also called matrix factorization techniques. Now, this is an overview lecture just to know why we need factorization and what are the popular factorization techniques. Formally, a matrix decomposition or matrix factorization is a factorization of a matrix into a product of matrices. The number of matrices in the factorization can vary depending upon the scheme of factorization. Basically, matrix factorization methods are foundation of numerical linear algebra, which is useful in computing and even for basic operations like inverting a matrix or solving a system of linear equations or finding the determinant of a matrix. Obviously, we are talking of big data which are stored in matrices. Let us once again recall that a matrix is a data structure which stores multivariate data. Now, among the well-known factorization techniques, I have just presented a few of them here. This is not an exhaustive list, but it suffices to get introduced to the factorization aspects. Now, we have the LU decomposition, the Cholesky decomposition, the QR factorization, the spectral decomposition, the Schur decomposition, singular value decomposition, polar decomposition, and so on. Now, these work practically on different matrices, but there are some constraints. For example, LU decomposition, Cholesky decomposition, and spectral decomposition work on square matrices under varying conditions, while the QR decomposition and singular value decomposition are generally for any matrix. Now, the LU decomposition method, the Cholesky method are very closely connected, but the Cholesky decomposition demands more from the matrix. Similarly, when you talk about the QR decomposition, it demands that the columns of the matrix are of a certain characteristic. Similarly, when you talk about spectral decomposition, it should not only be square, but it should have some other properties. So we'll go into each one of them. But before we embark upon each method and when it can be applied or when it can be computed, we must know certain fundamentals of the matrix algebra. Now, we all know a symmetric matrix should satisfy A into A is equal to A transpose, and orthogonal matrix A into A transpose is equal to I. Now, the eigenvalues of a symmetric matrix are purely real. This is a well-known fact. And eigenvalues corresponding to distinct eigenvalues of a symmetric matrix will be mutually orthogonal. Now, we have to emphasize the importance of mutually orthogonal eigenvectors because that plays a very important part in certain decomposition techniques, plus the applicability of such behavior of eigenvectors. Now, every symmetric matrix is orthogonally diagonalizable. This is a very well-known feature of symmetric matrices that was discussed in earlier lectures. So when the eigenvalues are distinct, then all of them will naturally be orthogonal to each other. But when certain eigenvalues get repeated, we can use special techniques like the Gram-Schmidt process and ensure that all the eigenvectors are mutually orthogonal. Then we got a very important matrix called the positive definite matrix, which is extremely useful when we talk about the Cholesky decomposition. And a positive definite matrix will always have positive eigenvalues, hence it will be non-singular and invertible. Positive semi-definite matrices can also arise, like in spectral decomposition and SVD. And these matrices will have non-negative eigenvalues. That is, at least one of the eigenvalues will be 0 and the others are positive. Now, obviously, positive semi-definite matrices being singular cannot be invertible. And then a very important property of any matrix is the product A into A transpose and A transpose A will be at least positive semi-definite. Sometimes can also be positive definite. Now we should remember this as extremely useful when we talk about singular value decomposition. Now, when you come to the QR factorization, we require one property, which says every matrix with linearly independent columns can be orthonormalized using the Gram-Schmidt process. And then any matrix Q with orthonormal columns will always satisfy Q transpose into Q is equal to I. So you will definitely see that when we talk about QR. Finally, when A is any column vector, then A into A transpose will be a matrix of rank 1. An extremely important aspect when we talk about singular value decomposition, because that decomposition is so important that we can break up a matrix into the sum of unit rank matrices. So that's definitely going to help us in the storage aspects when we do problems using SVD. So with this background of basic matrix properties relevant to the factorization domain, let us embark upon each of the methods and see how they can be understood and computed.